Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping into the charts, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends and subscribe as well. And let's jump into the charts. So here we have Bitcoin on Bitstamp. Let's start with the monthly chart. And two things that I noticed is the first one is we still don't have volatility. So this is interesting. I believe there is no way to answer why we still don't have it. So it's like there is no craziness yet, just like we saw in 2017. And the second thing is the volume, which is not great as well. So we have so price is going up, but volume is steady. So from what I can understand here is that the small number of buyers, that's probably institutional buyers, they are outperforming the sellers, which means the miners and maybe people who do they trade, etc. And this is probably the reason why price keeps going up with steady volume. Okay, but this is not a, so far I don't see this as a big deal. Okay, but yeah, so let's, oh okay, so there's more thing here. Just a second please. Okay, hold on. Okay, here is not going to be a big deal, but it will be in lower time frame. So let's jump into the weekly. Okay, so here we had a bear trap right on top of our key level. I talked about this one back in the day. Actually, it was in the Champions Club, sorry. So here on the weekly we have a straight power candle, right? It is going to close in 2 days, but yeah, so it's still great, still bullish. Now let's take a look on the key level. Okay, so as you guys can see, so this was the action I was talking about. This was close to right after the Black Friday, yes. So we touched the line. So again, remember, this is not support and resistance stuff behavior. But yeah, so we went a little below ARC 11, then we shoot straight up. Now let's jump into the 3 days. Okay, so there is a little rejection from a key level, which was somewhat expected. We smashed the first one, and then a little bit of seller's pressure here. So the thing here is, folks, this thing that we are talking about, it's well known for people who aren't public. Okay, so things that you guys are not going to see in public, that's uh, that's the kind of tools they use, and we also use this tool in the Champions Club. But yeah, so let's take a closer look on the daily. Then we are going to talk about possible targets and etc. I have to reboot my computer. Yes, I just updated my drivers. Okay, so the rejection, bullish attempt, failed, went down, and now we have a bearish spinning top, which it's not always bearish just because the name it's bearish spinning top. Okay, so this can be like a consolidation before bullish continuation. So it can go a little down and then a little, or a little up, and then continue trading inside this guy right here. So for example, this would be inside bar trade, but it would be best if we don't fall too much. Otherwise, we are going to fill this candle, and this is going to be a like 93-95% retrace. Okay, because when we look on Fibonacci, just a second. That's the way to measure. So after some time, actually this is wrong, just a second. Oh no, it's right. Okay. So after a long time using Fibonacci, you don't even need the tool to have a this understanding of how much it retraced or can retrace. Okay, so just what we can see here. And so a move like this one, let's say down all the way, so it would be a 100%, as you guys can see from this candle, which would be bad, but we are just talking about a possible scenario here, or possibilities. Okay, so not a big deal. Again, bearish spinning top, still inside bar trade, not bad. Okay, not bad at all. Now let's jump, let's take a quick look on the 12. Okay, so we have more info here, very important. So, rejected, tried again, lower high, rejected, shooting star, another bearish spinning top, all of them inside, and now a hammer. So all the sellers attempt were bought right away. So it's still bullish, there's still buyers interest, probably some FOMO as well. And sorry guys. Another thing that we have to talk about is so we are talking about the candles, the price behavior only. But the key thing is, remember, we are going to have some kind of clarity about regulations, which is not going to be regulations. So we are going to have clarity first. So this is this, that is that, this works this way, that thing works that way. And then we are going to have regulations. Okay, so when we talk about price action, we are actually talking about two things. Okay, and all of them together, because we can't acknowledge regulations and the impact of regulations and not acknowledge the price right now. And also the same true for the other side. We can't talk about price and candles without acknowledging regulations. Okay, so now let's go back to the 4 hours. Just a second, folks. Let's talk about what we had. So we had this, and this was a bear trap. A lot of people were liquidated, plus the Smarties. So I talked about this in the Champions Club, and yeah, we were correct on this one. So we had two things: the short sellers, which is the first thing, behavior. So yeah, the short sellers, which would be something like this. So they, again, people who are not familiar with Elliott waves, they read in the wrong way. So what is the outcome? They end up in the wrong side of the trade or the market. And that's exactly what happened. So let me give you a quick example here. So even the way they use this tool, it's wrong, okay? But let's take a better look at it. So this was somewhat what they were expecting. So the idea was, I'm going to short here and then I long, because they know it's bullish, but they are trying to play both ways, which is dangerous. And I talking about, oh, so sorry. The second thing is the smarties, the guys who try to, how can I say, it's like this. Uh, let's say little Joe had 100 bitcoins, okay? And then what was his idea? Oh, okay, so we just reached the top of this channel. This is not a rising wedge, okay? As you guys can see, I already measured this this structure right here. By the end, it's not 100% accordingly to the axis, but it's still okay. Just a second. Okay, so let me show you what I did, and you guys will have a better idea. So can you guys see? It's not 100% symmetrical, but it's there. So, and we don't have a rising wedge here. But so, those folks, they sold their coins in a attempt to buy cheaper. So that guy with 100 bitcoins said, oh, okay, I'm going to sell my 100, and then maybe I can buy another 5 or 7, maybe 10. And then we went up. So this was a bear trap, was a trap for the bears and for the smarties. And instead of longing Bitcoin, we longed Ethereum only, okay? Because we had a better picture on Ethereum. Yeah, so just a second here. And this happened not only on Bitcoin, but also on Ethereum and XRP, okay? Oh, let's take a quick look. So here, folks. Okay. So Bitcoin right now is on top of a very, very strong key level. Even if he falls down a little bit, it is not going to be bearish at all. Okay, which would be something like this. Let me see if I can do this properly. Let me use the brush. Which would be something like this. Okay, so from here, the bulls can work in multiple and many different ways to keep going. For example, it can be a bull flag, it can be a falling wedge, it can be a pennant or a symmetrical triangle. There is many ways to keep going from here. I don't think we are going to have bullish continuation today. Especially because today is Friday, right? So it's more likely to see boring activity on this weekend, and then on Monday maybe another strong move up. So far there is no technical evidence for such. We are going to understand this better in a few days. Let's take a closer look on the 1 hour. So we have, yes, that there is the possibility of a micro falling wedge. There is so many wicks here. I'm not going to make because there is a higher low here, as you guys can see. So if we keep going with this, it is going to be a descending triangle, which is not the best, but the bulls still can work their way from here, make another lower high, and then we continue. Okay, so this is a possible scenario, which would end up something like this, or like this. Okay, So this will depend on the amount of aggression, so their firepower. Otherwise, so let's make a straight line here just to make this fast. So and then let's say we break the floor here. Let's say we go a little down here. Okay, so something like this. We have a possible scenario, and I think this one is somewhat so doesn't feature a small falling wedge, but still this can be like a healthy pullback or a healthy fall, which is going to be a small one. Let me see. Yeah, so it's probably going to be, if this happens, probably going to be more close, something like this. And then we go up again, make the lower high, then they keep working their way, and then bullish continuation by the Monday. So there are multiple ways this can happen. You guys remember? We're talking about, let's say, 12, maybe 12 or even 15 possible scenarios here. Okay, and how this can continue before breaking bullish again. So basically bullish continuation. Okay, so yeah, so this is a quick video. There is not a lot of, oh, sorry, I said that we will talk about possible targets, right? So I believe so what I think, my 2 cents, it's going to be like this. So we already have a trigger for this one, which is 12,8657. The time frame is going to be, or has to be, the second or the third week of January. My thought is right after all those good news about regulation, clarity, and etc., are going to shoot up. But there is a big chance that the market will rest for a while around before or around February. Okay, so this is my 2 cents. And so the question is, we are going to reach this one and then rest for a while, whatever, or we are going to blast through this one around yeah, somewhat around this range. Let me use a better line here. So this would be a better scenario, which I think is likely to play out. So 40,685. Yes, and then we are going to rest for a while, something like this, and then we go. So this is so don't mind the time frame. Okay, this is just an idea. Okay, but yeah, so this is how I see this playing out for now. But of course we have to watch, to wait and watch to see how this is going to develop, especially because we need technical evidence and clarity. Okay, but yeah, soon we are going to have a better idea. But yeah, so we already have a trigger, 28657, and the next one will be 46368. Okay, so guys, thanks for your support, thanks for your time, your patience as well. Please don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends to help I forgot the word, to help the channel to keep growing. Okay, and let's keep talking about. Leave your comments in the section below. And yeah, I hope you guys are well, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.